I want to call the June 7th Town Council meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll do a roll call of attendance. Bill? Here. Chris? Out here. Clint here. Brandy?
Here.
And Angie?
Here.
First thing on the agenda is if anybody...
It got in the wrong spot. Sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Somebody might have a question on the claim, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Sorry about that. We had trouble uploading all of it, and so when it finally got in and it was right, I just didn't see that it wasn't under claims.
Anyway, at this time, we will entertain public comments for items that are on the agenda only. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of claims number 25222 to 25290. Do I hear a motion to approve those claims?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion on any of those claims? All in favor of approving claims 25222 to 25290, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Approved. Next item on the agenda is the adoption of the minutes of the May 17th, 2023 Town Council meeting. Do I hear a motion on those claims? Or minutes, excuse me. I make a motion we approve the minutes of the May 17th, 2023 meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Is there any discussion on those minutes? All those in favor of approving the minutes for the May 17th, 2023 meeting, vote by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
I'll abstain since I was not present.
Okay. Next item is old business, which we don't have any old business. New business. No new business. Next up is department reports. Bob?
We got notice yesterday. Squad cars in Indiana. It's in Fort Wayne, New Haven, in the rail yard. So we don't know if it's going to be 5 days or 3 more weeks, but it's here. We're just waiting for it to get in. I've already made contact with our upfitter. So as soon as the new squad can get here, we're going to run it right over and try to get it in service. The other thing is Tyler Batten just completed emergency vehicle operations instructor course. So we now have all of our specialties that we need to have every year. We have an instructor, we have an officer that can instruct that on the department. So it's free, that helps us. So he just completed it as a 1-week course. I'm pretty proud of him. So if you guys see him, tell him good job. And I asked him to go, he willingly went, but he got to drive a race car around the track, so he had a good time too.
Lucky him.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Other than that, actually traffic's not been horrible, even with the paving going on right now. People just got to remain calm and slow down a little bit still, so we're still watching that. But pretty happy with the EMB paving. They worked with us, and I think they worked with Steve pretty well, so that's all I got.
What do you got there, Jim?
Yvonne and I, we got to spend an afternoon there at the Community Foundation of Hancock County, the Civic Circle. They're going to have that once a month, I think, for 8 months. And there was probably about 30, 40 people from the county at different areas of leadership. And it was a really good meeting, pretty informative. I think the next one is June.
The 27th or 8th,
Yeah, 28th.
when Jen and I will actually be in training.
I can get you that information if you guys would like to attend, so they just wanted to give you a heads up on it, so that was good. We have four street lights down now. I tell you, last week they hit the state sign and 2 street lights, and then 2 weeks ago they hit the street light coming into town this way. So working with the good thing about it, we picked it up on cameras, we got insurances on all of it. We'll get them replaced. We have the one at the roundabout still down, so they became targets. I don't know what's going on. It was a full moon, wasn't it? It was a full moon.
The good
yes.
thing is it's not our insurance who's on the hook for it.
Yeah, but it is a little delay in getting parts and getting the companies to put them up. That's the downside of it, so that's it.
Did we have trouble finding the same,
We found them, yeah.
yeah, okay.
No, there's a company in Noblesville that carries it. I'm just waiting on the prices. I'll get to the insurance company. Quite a bit of excitement for your house. So, yeah,
We had
appreciate
more
it.
action this year than like in the last 20 years.
Yes, but that's it. Thanks.
Steve?
Well, we kind of piggyback off what Bob was talking about. I think E&B's been doing a pretty good job now that the curb ramps took a minute, but now that they got the rolling mill and pave going, that's going to go pretty quick. I anticipate the paving to be done probably late this week, maybe early next, and then all they have left to do after that's the striping, and we'll be good to go for Summerfest. You know, everything will look really nice. And also to kind of, since I was talking about Summerfest, Yvonne and I have been talking, and in years past, I've always had to go around and different municipalities and kind of mooch and scrounge barricades, you know, where I can. And she says that we have the funds to go ahead and get the barricades that I need to do the closures for Summerfest, and that way we'll just have them. I've got prices from 2 different companies, and they're just a little under $5,000 for all of them that I need. I think they'd be a little hard to get from the county this year. Gary has a lot of projects going on around.
We're more willing to help, Steve.
Trying to get the barricades.
Do we need to ask you guys for special permission to purchase this since it hits about
We probably need
$5,000?
a purchase order for that or something to approve. Don't you think, Doug? Or not?
Well, if we do that,
If
then
you consider it a
it's
small
gonna be
purchase under the statute,
Okay.
I haven't reviewed the purchasing policy lately, but I think if you get 3 quotes, that would cover it under the statute.
I have 2 quotes from 2 companies that I typically work with. They're reliable. They can get them, they have them in stock.
Yeah.
They can get them here before Summerfest this year. I can reach out to another company, but one of them's up in Michael Todd. I think they're up in South Bend somewhere. Most of the time I just deal with Clean. Their rep stops by all the time and has, you know, is good about stopping in and a little more personalized service there. And their prices are always good, competitive. They're all within a couple $100 of each other on a $5,000 bid.
Yeah, the only thing about waiting on this is our next meeting's not till the 22nd.
Yeah.
So we probably need to. Is it 21st?
It is.
If I'm going to get them before Summerfest, I need to probably give somebody a go like next day or 2.
Well, I think, so you say it's not to exceed 5,000?
It's right at it. Honestly, the shipping takes us over $5,000 a little
Not to
bit. If I
exceed
took the one,
6,000?
what's that?
Not to exceed 6,000?
It's right at 5. If I went and picked them up, it'd be under 5. You know, I just don't know if I can get them all in the truck. The shipping's $300 or $400.
Well, I mean, I think we probably need them anyway.
We always have,
Yeah.
just never had them.
We've always had to beg the county, not so much county, but the city of Greenfield and McCordsville, and everybody's got projects, so we even built some of them years past.
Motion that we authorize the purchase of barricades not to exceed $6,000.
Is there a second?
A second.
Is there any other comments on that before we vote on it? All those in favor of authorizing Steve to spend up to $6,000 on his barricades, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Go for it, Steve.
I thank you, and for Julie Lucas, so thank you if she was here.
What else you got?
That's all I got.
Vaughn?
Not a whole lot. The audit is nearly complete. For a while, they let on that they were done, and then they came back with more questions. So things are going well. There's not been any big issues identified that they've made us aware of in our normal comings and goings. So I think we'll be just fine. Of course, they're going to find something, because that's what auditors do. So whatever we're gonna have a conversation with them at some point, and then there'll be an exit conference, as they call it. So that's coming up, and then if all is well, you'll receive your money via ACH on Thursday, so you might check your bank accounts. I went ahead and paid all the. Was that? Yeah, that was already in there, or is that on Thursday?
It'll be on Thursday.
It'll be on Thursday. Okay, so this Thursday. Sorry, I lied.
Tomorrow.
Yes. So check your bank accounts. You should have half of your money in there, minus taxes. So that's all I have.
Okay, now we open up the floor to public comments. Anybody can comment on any subject for 5 minutes. We need your name and address. Okay. Next on the agenda is town council comments. And I don't have any. Brandy?
Two things. Number one, I just want to congratulate the graduating class of New Palestine High School 2023. It was a beautiful night and a lot of amazing young people that are going to do wonderful things and represent us well. So it was an honor to be there as well for my last high school graduate, and I'm just really looking forward to the future. It was a beautiful night. So well done, New Pal High School in Southern Hancock. I do have one question. Jim, you're probably the best person for me to ask. I have a friend who is in the military that graduates from the New Pal area, and there were several young people that are going into the military in this graduating class. And I've had a few people ask me, what's the process of getting them a Blue Star banner?
Yeah, I have the application, so I'll send you the applications or print them off and give them to you. I think that the general rule is it's after boot camp,
Right.
and then wherever they're deployed, or whether it's a state, as
Okay.
long as they're out of Indiana.
Yes.
And actually, I just picked up like 3 of them today,
Okay.
new banners.
Okay, so after boot camp, deployed
Yep.
outside. And the person themselves can fill it out, not Just
Yep.
a parent? Okay,
Yep.
cool, thank you.
That's good. How many do you have?
Well, there are 2 right now that are serving out of state.
Okay.
And then there are at least 3 different, well, there were several, you could see at graduation stuff, they were wearing their
Yeah.
military service branch. They were wearing a
Lanyard.
sash, for lack of
Yeah.
any other word, I'm sorry, I'm cord, sash, whatever. It was really cool, they were wearing that so you could see, and there were at least 3 families who said something to me that
Yeah.
they've just graduated. So that'll be good to know, to let them know. They make it, after they make it through boot camp,
Yeah.
we're good to go. Okay, thank you very much. If you'll email that to me, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Anything else, Brandon?
Not today?
Bill?
The only thing that I'd like to mention is that our next meeting, June 21st, because I think it's 21st. If I have reception, I will join in by Zoom, but in prior years, we haven't even had phone reception, let alone internet. But I will be out of the state on a fishing trip, so there's a good chance that I might not be able to participate in the next meeting. So just giving everybody a heads up. And that's all I have.
Okay. Angie?
I don't have anything.
Well, there's nothing else on the agenda. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Angie made a motion to adjourn. Bill second that. All in favor, vote by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, adjourn.